I got this one experience I want to share. I was hoping to get a view on it. Um, and then I have another experience after that. But to start with this first one, I was on in a tree. It was like I had climbed a tree and I was in somebody's yard. Um, and I was sitting on this tree and I was looking down at the grass and at the sidewalk. And from my left hand side, an individual came, an individual that I recognized. It was the father of an old friend that I used to know. And they came and they started talking to me. And I noticed that they were preparing the yard with traps. They were setting up like booby traps on their front yard. Like little things, like if you pick something up, a spike would come down and try to, poke at you or impale you, really. And other things like that. These really kind of like primitive, like traps, things that you'd set for like animals. And he didn't really pay any mind to it, and I myself didn't really pay any mind to it, but I was aware that these little traps were there. And so anyways, I end up coming down from the tree and I get onto this ladder that just kind of like appeared in front of me. And when I stepped onto this ladder, all of a sudden the ladder had wheels and it started to roll down the street. And when it was rolling down the street, um, i had to I had to struggle to keep my balance on top of the ladder, so I didn't fall and, I don't know, crack my head open. Was kind of like my idea. I thought I was really going to get hurt if I fell off this ladder. So, anyways, it was rolling down the street and I'm kind of like leaning with it. It's almost kind of reminded me of like surfing, but just at a, a different height or something like that. And, anyways, it rolled down into the street and it was going to roll into a intersection full of cars. And so I said, well, I'm not going to let myself roll into the intersection. I might as well just fall on the pavement, fall on the pavement and whatever instead of getting hit by a car. So I kind of rocked the ladder a little bit so it would slow down. And then I ended up falling from it and I landed on my butt or my bottom, my behind. And when I landed, I just immediately stood up. I actually didn't get hurt at all. And it turns out that the ladder, oh, yeah, no, again, I just wanted to reiterate, I didn't get hurt at all. I was actually, it was kind of interesting. When I hit the pavement, I like really kind of bounced back up to my feet. And then I had picked up this ladder to take it back to the man. And what was very interesting was the ladder was a pink color. It was like a light pink color. And I started carrying it back over to him. And that was the end of the experience. Seems a little funny, but I was wondering if I could get a view on it.
Okay, Jeremy, I didn't know they sold pink ladders.
Yeah, it's probably because the new Barbie movie came out, so that's why.
Oh, it's a Barbie ladder.
I have no clue. It might be.
I like your stories. Those are good, and yours are matter of fact. So it's just something funny and fun, etc. And you see what some people do to protect their yard or the things. It's just whatever. That's the personal consciousness as they see it, and it's all fine. So it's just something, and the tree is the bird's eye view, isn't it? Because the birds hang around the tree, so you're up in the tree there, which is cool. Trees are cool. I used to climb trees. I used to climb trees too, and the going up is fun. Coming down is a little bit harder. Yeah, not for the birds, but for us. But that's all right. It just sounds like funny stuff. You know. So there doesn't have to be a meaning on it. You just did what you did. That's it. You decide. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Dwayne. And I did want to point out, I thought it was really interesting that when I was on the ladder again and it was going to roll into the intersection, I could see the cars going, to and fro. I had that little choice to make. Was I so afraid to fall from the ladder that I was willing to go and get hit by a car? So that I thought that was a little interesting.